People might not respect kindness, but they will for sure respect boundaries. All right, class is back. Let's get into it. Here's the message for the week. Stand on business, run on principle. Now, here's a conversation that I had with a student. A student basically was getting pushed all around by their group. Now, students work in groups in my class because I think it makes you stronger. I choose the group, and it's basically set to be diversified. So it's a different mixture of people, different ethnicities, different walks of life. Now, what happens to a lot of people when you're a nice person, there's a difference with being nice and being kind. Being nice means you basically let people walk all over you and you tell them what they want to hear, and you're trying to acclimate them. You're trying to make sure that they're comfortable at all times. Now, being kind is more of you're giving them information. You're leading by example, but you're also helping someone get to the next level. And when you tell them the truth or you give them feedback, it might hurt their feelings, but it's for their own good. Now, the situation was the student was being just a pushover, being a nice guy. Let's call it for what it is. Now, one thing that I tell people is people might not respect that, but they will respect boundary, right? And boundary is something that you put in place to not only protect your energy, but also to show the other person how to be their best self in your presence, whether they like it or not, right? So when we set up a boundary with somebody, we might say, hey, I'm not going places unless I'm invited, right? Somebody might throw a message in a chat and just be like, hey, Pizza Hut at 7, I'll be there. And it's kind of like they're saying you need to acclimate yourself to my schedule. And what most people do when they're being nice is they'll do stuff just out of obligation or just feeling like I want to keep that relationship going. Now, when you tell the other person like, hey, this is too late of notice, right? If it's a same day invitation, if it's an invitation within the hour, if it's like a, hey, drop what you're doing, don't do it, right? Protect your own energy, protect your bandwidth on how much you can take on. And when you say no, you can say no, but I'm free next Thursday at this time if that works for you. You're not being rude. You're extending an olive branch, but also you're not caving to that other person. You're putting up a boundary saying, here's what's going to work, right? Here's what I can do. Can you meet me here? If your only chance to ever be around me is a notification within that same day, you must not value my relationship, right? You must not value where I stand. And that's okay. I'm not for everybody. And I think that's what a lot of people need to learn. So when I was talking with the student, I was like, hey, stop taking on all the responsibility. Make a Google document. So therefore, in a Google document, all members have access to it. Assign each person a task and have them do that throughout the week. Now, this way, that student becomes a leader because you're delegating. You're saying, here's what I need you to do, here's what I need you to do, here's what I need you to do. I'm not taking full responsibility, and I'm also not acclimating to other people's schedule. I'm giving the responsibility so I can get the results. So that is one thing I think helps us when we feel we're being pushed around or we're not being respected, is setting boundaries.